Okay, if you're having trouble changing chords, like going in between two new chords that you're learning or something like that, I want to give you a new approach that maybe you haven't tried yet that could possibly help you break it down into little components that you can build and then learn to switch between them faster, okay? So for the example I'm going to give, I'm going to use two basic chords, a D major 7 and an E minor 7. I mean, I could already play these chords and switch between them, but just for the sake of this example, we're going to do the D major 7, okay? You could use any chord you want. You don't have to use the chord that I'm using. Just pick two that you want to learn to transition in between the two of. So the first chord, what I'm going to do is instead of just trying to play the chord and struggle with the whole process, I'm going to break it down. So the first thing I'm going to do is the fretting hand, I'm going to find where the fingers go first, all right? So for the D major 7, my fingers are going to go here. Now I'm just going to lightly place my fingers on top of the strings where I'm going to eventually press down. But I'm not going to press down yet. I'm just going to lay my fingers on top of where it's going to go. All right, so that's chord number 1. Now I'm only lightly touching it. All right, I just want to get to know where this hand is going to be pressing. And then I'm going to go to the next chord, E minor 7, and I'm going to put my fingers right over where I'm going to press down to make the chord. Now when I get that, I'm going to go back to the first one without pressing down, just placing my fingers to where they go for each chord. Now I'm going to go back and forth between the two without pressing down. You're basically just telling your fingers where to go, okay? Now do this as slowly as you need to. Now after you get that, you want to apply the actual pressure that it's going to take to play the chord. All right, so just whatever you think is the right amount of pressure, you press down on the chord. All right, so you might be able to hear a little bit that I'm pressing down on the fretboard. All right, don't press too hard, just apply a little bit of pressure. Okay, so now you're adding in the second component, which is the actual pressing down of the strings. Okay. Now when you get that, you want to bring in the picking hand, okay? So I'm going to, on the first chord, put my fingers where they need to go and press down, and then I'm going to strum it down. I don't use a pick so much, so I'm going to use my thumb, just going to strum it once like that. Okay, and then I'm going to go to the next chord. So what I did right there is I broke it down to 3 components, where my fingers go, the actual pressure needed to play the chord, and then picking it with the picking hand. Now if your chords don't come out clean, that could mean that either your fingers are not in the right position yet, you haven't coordinated your fingers to get to the right position, or you don't have enough strength in your hands to actually press it down to get the notes out clean. So the whole goal of this is to not just try to like struggle first chord and then a second chord, because then you're going to get frustrated and you're also going to build bad habits of unwanted tension. All right, you don't want to press the chord too hard. You only want to press down hard enough for the notes to ring out cleanly. All right, because if you get into the habit of just holding it down like you're just like this kung fu grip, like you're just trying to like strangle someone to death, and then on to the next chord, you're not going to be very fast if you have to do a lot of chord changes, and your hands are going to cramp up. All right, so that's why I say break it down into 3 components, so you're not adding unnecessary tension and stress. So where the fingers go is number 1, and then you add the pressure down, like you're actually going to play the chord, and then you add the picking hand to it. Okay, when you get the notes out cleanly, do it slow, but then you want to do it rhythmically, so you know that you can change in between the chords with a good sense of timing, because you don't want to be like, and then where's the other chord, right? All right, you want to be able to switch in time to the rhythm that you're playing. So I would suggest doing 4 simple downstrokes or a simple strumming pattern. So you could do it like this. do it like. Where's the next chord? I mean, if you have to take it really slow, then take it really slow. So you could be like. And that might frustrate you because it's like really damn slow. But the thing is, what you're doing here is you're building it into your muscle memory the slower you do it. And you're also building your hand strength when you're just holding the chords down longer. All right, so try that. Let me know if that helps. And if not, then I'm really sorry. Nothing I can do for you. All right, peace out.